Then I adjusted my fingerless gloves, lowered my head, and crept quietly along the ledge. I paused outside the first window, where soft snores slipped through the cracks. The evidence of my housemate's slumber unfurled the knot in my stomach. My fingernails dug into the windowsill as I placed one hand over the other. I was so close to the next ledge. I pointed my toe as I stretched outward, ignoring the burn in my thighs from my afternoon workout. My foot sought purchase on the wood. It slid into place, and I clung like a starfish to the side of the structure. Muffled guffaws rang up from the street. I turned my head with a growl. "Shut up, Axel!" "Valkyris's finest," he called from the car. "I am working." My boyfriend's quiet laughter echoed up the silent street. "He is the worst," I muttered as I cleared the second window and latched onto the trellis. The boards were thin, but I kept my weight evenly distributed as I quickly climbed down the vine-laden wood. I just started to relax when my boot caught on a twisted branch and my toe slipped off the ledge. With a sharp inhale, I dug my fingers into the wood as I dangled outside the first-floor window. I tucked my knees to my chest, holding the tension in my arms while I struggled to steady myself. Axel's laughter triggered my last nerve. I cleared the final few feet with a stealthy jump. When my boots hit the ground, I called quietly up to Brigger. "It's clear." Then I turned on one heel to give Axel a piece of my mind. "You are not helpful," I whispered as I stormed across the grass.
"And you are not graceful at 2:30 in the morning."
He opened the door of the black-windowed car, an SUV, as Torstein called it.
"I thought I taught you better than that."
I lifted my chin. I didn't wake anyone up, did I?
"No,"
Axel admitted.
"though Brigger sure might."
I turned to find Brigger dangling from the trellis. She squeaked delicately as she scrambled for a foothold. When she kicked the downstairs window, she earned a soft gasp from Yana.
"Careful,"
our captain called. "I'm going to fall," Brigger yelped. And then she did. Her bird-like arms flailed as she plummeted to the ground. "Brigger!" Raina opened the other door and rushed from the car. "Are you hurt?" "I'm fine." She untangled herself from the now torn vines. "Let's just get out of here already."
"Please."
Beside me, Torstein shook his head. "Hey, Guru," I greeted the light mage.
"Ingrid?"
Torstein nodded at me.
"You will be on your game by the time we reach the beach, yeah?"
"No promises," I shrugged. When he arched one brow, I caved. "Of course we will. We know what's on the line."
"Good."
Torstein held the door as Brigger, Raina and I climbed in the back with Axel. Yana slipped into the front while Torstein took his place in the driver's seat.
"Because I've got a fairly strong read on another quanta crystal, and if we hurry," he shot us a disdainful look in the mirror, "we can get it before Sverrir realizes it's there."
"Then what are you waiting for?" I fastened my seatbelt. "Shieldmaiden Squadron and guests, move out." The nearby village of Manhattan Beach was cloaked in darkness when Torstein parked along the deserted pier. Only the street lamps illuminated its worn boards, red-roofed roundhouse, and sprinkling of empty benches. A handful of couples walked the vast expanse of sand, their silhouettes barely visible in the cloud-covered moonlight. We'd be able to slip in, claim the crystal, and return to campus before anyone was the wiser. I hope.
"We're starting on the pier, right?"
Axel pulled two broadswords from the back of the vehicle. He passed one to Raina and gripped the other in his right hand.
"That was my original plan, but..."
Torstein stepped out of the SUV. He held up his palms and turned slowly in a circle. Yana shot me a bemused look as we exited the vehicle, but neither of us spoke as the guru scanned the area for whatever it was that told him when a bounty was nearby.
"The crystal is to the south,"
Torstein announced. He opened his eyes and pointed to his left.
"I'm getting a pulse not too far from here, possibly on the sand or a little way offshore." "Anybody pack a swimsuit?"
Raina grinned.
"Let's go."
Axel closed the door. He jogged for the stairs leading down to the beach. I held tight to the strap of my shield as I ran after him.